WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. Once again, I have a German exclusive here from Kirsch Import in connection with the single malts of Scotland Reserves Cask. Exclusive Kirsch. So this belongs to the Elixir Distillers. Elixir's Distillers belong basically to the Whiskey Exchange in London, and they're doing very, very good stuff there. So this is a vintage 2013, and this is bottled in 2021, and it says it is a 6-year-old whiskey. 2021 minus 2013 is 8. How can you be 6? Oh, okay. So label, misprint on the label about age. So someone made a mistake. Well, that can happen. 48%, 2 casks. What type of casks? We don't know. So does it say anything on here about non-chilled filtered? No. Does it say anything on here about natural color? No. Why not? Please add that to the label. Please, pretty please. All right, good. What am I going to compare it to? Ding, 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 ding. I have also here from the Single Malts of Scotland Reserve Cask, parcel number 5. I have a Manochmore, 2009 to 2021, 48%. Whiskybase number 180068. All right, so here we have 187767. So this is 41 euros over here, maybe 42, depends on where you go shopping. That's a fairly decent price. Now, me and Ben Nevis were not friends. At least something happens every single time I smell it. I kind of go, ooh. And then I often taste it, especially blind. I do not like the smell of Ben Nevis blind, but I do like the taste of Ben Nevis. Weird. I don't know what's going on there. Now, most of us know Ben Nevis belongs to Nikka. Most of us have also found out that there are new Japanese whiskey guidelines that prevent Nikka from using, for example, single malt from Ben Nevis in their Japanese whiskeys. They used to do that with a Japanese black. They used to do that with their Japanese whiskey called Nikka from the Barrel, and a few other things, by the way. And so the question of the day is, not for you, but for the whiskey distillery, will we be seeing more Ben Nevis on the market in the future? So one person said, Ben Nevis in Germany is about as rare as hen's teeth. I can get a Springbank easier than I can get a Ben Nevis over here sometimes. And that's saying something, all right? Now, what really, really, really surprises me is because of that fact, this Ben Nevis is in the shop still. There is no amount of bottles published, just 2 casks. It's 48%, so let's assume there's more than 500 bottles out there, all right? They're in almost every single online shop in Germany that is supplied by Kirsch Import. Why haven't the people bought this yet? It is available, it is Ben Nevis, and it's at a good price. Well, maybe they're waiting for WhiskyJason to give a review about this. And then they're going to go out and buy it. I don't know. I don't know what's happening here. Maybe the market is just being flooded with too many different bottlings at the moment, and we just can't keep up. All right, the first thing I want to just compare here is the color. So I'm going to use the bottle here and my glass here. Now this is, I don't know, it must be refill hogshead. And this is fairly dark. So I'm thinking there's some first fill sherry, or I'm sorry, there's some first fill bourbon, or maybe a little bit, I don't know. Is there sherry? I don't get in the nose. So I don't know where that dark color comes from. I could assume that maybe there was a recharred hogshead or barrel in there. All right, on the nose. I get baby puke. I get this butter sourness, spoiled butter. I always get that with Ben Nevis. I do not like that. I sometimes get it with tomaten as well, but I always get it with Ben Nevis. I really, really dislike the smell of this. This is like imagine you've left a lemon half cut up like 2 weeks too long in the fridge. That's the smell that I'm getting at. No, 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 no. Yes, there is a vanilla here. Yes, there's a couple other things going on, but this is just pungent and not my wheelhouse at all. All right, so I'm gonna try it now. Mm, amazingly, it tastes good. Mm. Yes, it's a little young still. Yes, it's a tiny little metallic. Yes, there's not as much of a complexity as I would expect, but there is a malt sweetness and there is a not yet ripe apricot in here, and there's some fruitiness of things that are not ripe. There's a green apple that's not ripe, and so on. And somehow it works. I don't know why, but it somehow works. On the nose, get away from me. A tiny little bit of sulfur as well. Maybe a tiny, tiny, tiny whiff of smoke, but not really disturbing for me. But on the palate, this is some good stuff. Hmm. There is a depth, there is a complexity, there is that typical Ben Nevis moment. I've had a few Ben Nevises in my life. Most of them I did not really prefer. And then I did a blind tasting where there was a Ben Nevis in there. I didn't know it. And I remember exactly what happened. I smelled it, it went to the end of the line. It was terrible. And I tasted it and was like, wait a second. I tasted the other ones. It moved all the way up to position two. Somehow I like the smell, just don't. I just like the smell. I like the taste. Yeah, to demonstrate it, let's try the Marachmo. Mm. A totally different beast. It's much more of a very bright, very tiny chalky with a lot of lime, lychee, a little bit of an Asian touch to it. Um, I know this belongs to an Asian company, but this is more of that anise. Not really. No, not anise. A little bit more of a gooseberry moment. Let's go for there. I like this much better. I'm going to give this actually a C++ on my tasting ranking scale. Value for money, actually C. On the nose, it's a D. I do not like. I constantly. So I'm going to add a little drops of water here and try that as well. Can it hold up? It's 48%, so yes, it is according to the websites. It's non-chilled filter. It's no color added. Put it in the bottle, but it's not there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. A little bit more a grassy moment comes through. It holds up with the water well. Doesn't need it, but it's good. All right, so my question of the day is, what is your favorite Ben Nevis product? Is it the 10? Is it a no age statement McDonald? Is it a, I think I had an old 22 once. Is it Nika from the barrel? Is it Nika Black? What is your favorite Ben Nevis product? Please write it down in the chat. And we all hope that there will be much, much more Ben Nevis going around in the future. If they stop using Ben Nevis in the year 2021 and we wait for the 10-year-old product to come back, that means in the year basically 2032, oh, I'm in retirement age by then almost, that is when the whiskey will be ready. Whiskey is not a short-term project. All right, thank you very much. Like, subscribe, tell others, and I'm pleasantly surprised with my Ben Nevis here. Wow. All the best. See you soon. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. Bye bye.